Every time you go on social media, you see different videos and people swear that they're doing everything right. Buttering, greasing, oiling the scalp, doing wash and goes, twist outs, 2-strand twist, keeping their mini braids or their mini twist in for months, thinking that they're actually doing something amazing for their hair. It's such an oxymoron to buy all of these clean, natural hair products, but then layer product after product on after product after product after product after product on the hair shaft, completely cutting off the hair shaft's natural oxygen flow and its ability to gain its hydration from the environment and its ability to retain that moisture with the sebum. You knock all of those things are because you're using the wrong products.
I am back. What it do, baby?
The problem is the follow the leader mentality, where you pick a product just because it's the most viral or because your favorite YouTuber told you that you should use it, or the bacteria that you have that builds up on the hair shaft and the scalp because of the way that the YouTuber told you to use the product that had nothing to do with the directions. Let's figure out how to pick hair products the right way so you can use hair products the way they're meant to be used to bring your hair shaft back to life. What is porosity and why is it everything? Well, porosity is your hair's ability to absorb or release moisture, right? The human hair shaft has 3 different layers on it: the cuticle layer, the cortex, and the medulla. And the cuticle layer is constructed of dead hair cells that are scaled and layered on top of each other, and they are layered in different forms of porosity, right? So when we talk about low porosity hair, you have scales that are really tight together, and it's a little more, it takes a little more oomph to open the cuticle. This is not a bad thing. Low porosity is not a bad thing. It just means that you have a low porosity. Medium porosity hair isn't too tight, it's not too loose, it's just right? It's just right. Perfect, right? In my opinion, it's the one that I hate on the most. But my porosity is high porosity. Layers aren't tight at all. The layers are actually pretty damn loose, and it just lets any and everybody come and bring all of their shit, right? So the way that each level of porosity is going to pick a hair product is going to be different. One that has tighter scales, one that has scales that are like, you know, easy going, and then another one that has looser scales. None of these 3 levels of porosity, one is better than the other or anything like that. These are just 3 different levels of porosity and 3 different methods to treat them. When people say, oh, everybody's different, this is the area where there are way more similarities than differences. So when the Team Natural community first started, one of the first things that they demonized were sulfate shampoos, where the truth of the matter is, when it comes to sulfate based shampoos, if I have a choice between a sulfate free shampoo and a shampoo with sulfates in it, I pick sulfates for the win every single time. I did a live video on sulfates before, but if you want me to do another video on sulfates, then let me know and I'll do that for you. If you're using edge control, hair grease, castor oil, flax oil, or just flax gel, and all of these different things on your scalp, the thought of you using a shampoo that barely removes your sebum is absolutely insane. You're using all of these curl creams and oils and butters. You need something that is really going to cleanse the hair. But most women who use all of these things don't use regular shampoos. Hell, most of you don't use shampoo at all. You use apple cider vinegar, which is a whole nother video, or you go and you use a co-washing shampoo or conditioner, and that's a whole nother story. Video in the description box below. We already talked about that. So the sulfates in the shampoo kill the yeast and bacteria that are overgrown on the scalp. This is why so many of you have scalp infections, because you haven't been killing the bacteria. Your sulfate free shampoo is not strong enough to do it. Sulfates go ahead and strip the heavy oils, the butters, the cream, and all of the extra stuff that they leave behind. Keep in mind, when you are greasing or oiling up your scalp like a biscuit, okay, one of the byproducts of that is oleic acid, because all you're really doing is feeding the yeast and bacteria that live on your scalp, and the byproduct of that, they boo-boo, is oleic acid, which irritates the scalp, and your sulfate-free shampoo is not strong enough to remove that. I digress. Let's keep going. Lastly, I love sulfate shampoo because sulfate actually helps you to open up the pores and helps you to remove anything that could be blocking the pores, blocking any oxygen flow and any sebum that needs to come out. The majority of you who do not experience any sebum flow and anything of that nature is because you have blocked pores, because of the years and months and years and centuries of buildup that you didn't have. Girl, sulfate free, you need to free some of that shit on your scalp. Yes, you right, sulfate free makes all of the bacteria and the yeast free to roam around your scalp, girl. Sulfate free shampoo gives the Black Panther, it's the Black Panther movement for the yeast and bacteria on your scalp. Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. I said hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. Cause see, everybody's so pressed about moisture. Oh, gotta add moisture to my hair, gotta add moisture. To add moisture is to create a barrier. So all you're doing is creating barriers, and then after you create barriers, you then go get an oil, because you're like, I have to use the oil, because if I don't use the oil, my hair is going to be dry. I wonder why. Your hair is dry because you won't say bye to all of the different layers of oils and grease and butter that you putting on your scalp. You're putting a barrier. You put a barrier on your hair and then get mad when your hair is dry. That's like setting up a dam, right, to block water flow, and then having the whole city complain about the fact that no water comes in when y'all all just built the dam together to block the water. That is the type of mentality that is based around it, right? So that's why I have different ebooks to explain to you the different ways that you do your hair. I don't recommend wash and goes in any way, shape, or form. And when I say that, I mean as like a regular way to shampoo, to wear your hair. It's a style. It's not a style that is going to help you retain length. It's not a style that is going to maintain the integrity of your scalp or anything like that. But I'm a Black woman that has curly hair, and some days I'll have a day where it's like, oh my god, like I just have to shampoo my hair. Like I cannot go to sleep without shampooing my hair, or I can't start this day without shampooing my hair. But it'll also be a day that I'm going grocery shopping, and I go grocery shopping super early in the morning because I don't really like humans, so I don't want to be around them. So I go grocery shopping super duper early in the morning. So if I get up and shampoo my hair at 5 o'clock in the morning and my whole house is asleep, no, I'm not blow drying my hair. This is when I take out my leave-in conditioner, right, from the one that I use per se. I'm not saying it's the only one you gotta use, but the one that I use is by BioSilk, and I use that leave-in conditioner. I'll like spray it all over my hair. I'll comb through my hair or whatnot, and then I'll go out. Sometimes I'll get my diffuser or whatnot. I'll show you what the diffuser attachment looks like, and then I'll take like it only takes a couple of seconds. I know it sounds childish, but I cut it on real quick while the toilet's flushing, and you can't hear it. It sounds crazy, but you can't hear it, right? And then after that, I'll go ahead, go grocery shopping, but then when I come back home, I'll get back in the shower to wash other humans off, and then I shampoo my hair and blow dry it once I get home. When I say, oh, air drying your hair for a second isn't a big deal, that's not me saying, oh yeah, well Sid must now change her mind or how she feels about wash and goes. No, I don't. I love y'all. I mean what I say. But when it comes to the science of the human body, the science is layered. You don't just read one sentence and now you understand every compartment of the human body. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. But if you can understand the science of the human body, it helps you to break things down easier, right? So on my website, I already have 3 different ebooks, but they're like, you know, just the basic intro into porosity for medium porosity, low porosity, and high porosity hair. But this next ebook that we have, this next ebook is one that really focuses hard in on all 3 porosities, how they coincide with each other, and all of the things, because I wanted to make sure that I went ahead and put them all in one ebook, because I think so many times, and don't get offended by this, but most of us see one thing and we try to group everything together. And the truth of the matter is, and I don't know how else to say this, so I'm just gonna say it, if you are coming here on my channel and then going and trying to match what I say with stuff like Lipstick Alley or on these Team Natural blogs, you're not going to be able to do it. They're not going to be saying the same things that I'm saying, because most of them didn't even go to cosmetology school. And in cosmetology school, you don't learn the things that I talk about here on my channel all the time. When we're talking about basic styling practice, when we're talking about the science of the human body and different scalp and follicle infections and things of that nature, when you're in cosmetology school, you don't learn everything that a trichologist learns. And when you're in school to be a trichologist, you don't learn everything that a cosmetologist learns. It doesn't work that way. So if you only went to cosmetology school, you will not know the things that are involved in trichology. And if you didn't go to school to be a research scientist, or if you are not a research scientist, if that's not your life's path, then you won't know these things. These things don't just pop up out of the sky because you went to cosmetology school. No, cosmetology school's curriculum is very basic and it's very descriptive, right? So when you come here on my channel and you hear me talk about certain scientific information, I'm not saying, oh, I'm making this up and you'll only find this information here. No, but you'll have to go look at other scientific journals. You'll have to have a studying mind. But if your mind is still in the, oh, let me go check the blogs, you're going to be lost. You're going to be confused. You're going to have this argumentative, debative spirit. You're going to be in chaos of the mind because there's no order there. How can you have order where there's no foundation? There's no foundation. They're just a bunch of women trying to be the person who knows the most, who gets the most views and the most clicks, and then you guys listen to this clip, because I mentioned it in this video below, but I forgot to add this portion of the video. Now that you hear that and you hear the way that these women, these professionals, these brands are making all of these hair products, it is up to you to be able to know the difference, to pick them apart. Just like it's up to you to know the difference between a dude that ain't about nothing and the dude who is. That's up to you. You have to figure that out, right? So I really hope that makes sense. So if you look at my Amazon store, link in the description box below, I have my product recommendations broken down by porosity, right? So depending on your porosity level, those are the products that I recommend for you to use for your hair. And again, you can check out some of my ebooks to see, you know, what you think and how you feeling about it. But as it pertains to hair products, you just going out and buying a hair product because it's a moisture on the bottle or because it's a hydration on the bottle is not going to do anything for you. You should be looking for products based on your porosity, based on the level of absorption that your hair shaft holds, based on the level of absorption that your hair shaft contains, right? So again, that's the basic level information. Again, I need y'all to know this, my channel is over a decade old. So I've been saying these things for a very long time. I've been saying these things for a very long time. I know it may be your first time hearing me, but as a scientist, I am not in the business of just saying go do this and don't think for yourself. I need you to have the type of critical mind that pieces these things together on your own. So if you're on my channel looking for a handout or looking for me to tell you to do something for free, then baby, you're not gonna like me, okay? Even though there are so many different resources that I give you guys here. You have ebooks. I do have a free group that you can go and join where you can make video requests, and then we have 2 different courses that you can join. There are so many resources here for you, but you have to decide what you want to take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Like,